Welcome to Chi-Town Cigar Podcast, the podcast where three Chicago guys light up a fine cigar and get into everything from sports and current events to hobbies, life's little moments, and everything in between. Whether you're here for the cigars, the conversation, or just some good laughs, we got you covered. So grab your favorite smoke, settle in, and join us for laid-back chats with a Chicago twist. Now it's time to put some smoke in the air.
It's Tuesday night in the Windy City, and that means it's another episode of the Chi-Town Cigar Podcast. Glad you joined us live, or if you listen to us later on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, we're glad you joined us. I'm Mike, coming to you live from the Aganorsa Studios in Central Illinois, where it's a bit frigid. What's going on, Marty? Ready for another episode?
I am totally ready for another episode. I had so much fun last week, and then watching all the other stuff that went on this week that I can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah, this is like podcasters' heaven. This first these next couple of weeks in broadcasting, but I guess we should talk about it, huh?
Yeah,
it was a tough loss. Come on, Matt. Give me a second here. First of all, I'm freezing. My Bears hoodie wouldn't even keep me warm right now. But it was a good game. I mean, we tied it, went into overtime. Caleb made a little bit of a mistake there. But nobody had this on the bingo card for the Bears this year.
No. I guess we should talk about where's Teddy the Great, since he's
not here. He's not. I forgot he's not here. Teddy has been banished to the workforce again. He has to work on a Tuesday night, so he's not happy. I'm sure he's listening to us. So you guys can chime in and harass Teddy about how he has no dedication to the podcast and that he has chosen work and paying the bills over spending time with all of you.
We miss Teddy.
We do.
Teddy, we miss you. Come back.
Come back, Teddy. Come back. Come back.
All right, back to the Bears.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it was probably the most relaxed game I've ever watched because I didn't have a lot of expectation. And I'm thinking, if we win, it's a bonus. And if we lose, okay, the season's over. We beat Green Bay. Where's he at? Matthew. We beat Green Bay, so that's all that matters. You guys got your coach back. Yeah. You got your coach back next year. They signed him for another extension.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Talking it out. Yes, it is. Let's say hello to a few more people before you get too far in this. Fireborn. That's a good choice. Aganorsa Selection Series. That's always a good one. 3 years extra age on it. Whoa, you got an old one. Nice. Val's very happy. Young QB makes mistakes. Yeah, not his fault, but just growing pains. Oh, I'm telling you, now the problem is going to be a big expectation on the Bears for next year. So that's going to be see how they live up to that going on.
Yeah, that's a different thing.
Yeah, David. Yes, my dogs were not happy about it either. So, TX, good to see you, buddy. I don't think I've seen you for a while.
Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah. So,
yeah, they far exceed my expectations, and I after watching the Seahawks play the day before, I don't think I wanted to play the Seahawks.
No.
And the way they ended the game, coming back on that last second, one more crazy play was like great. And I wasn't that sad. Like I would want them to win. But
absolutely.
They're on the rise. They're back from the dead.
Yeah.
And hopefully they can sustain it.
Yep. Well, Matt brought it up. So what are you smoking? What are you drinking, Marty? Matt's smoking the Sober Misa Solita, our number one.
Good choice.
Like I said, Fireborn is doing the Aganorsa signature selection, which is a great choice. Great choice. Go ahead, Marty. What are you smoking?
I have the HBC La Rosa 10th.
Nice.
Rosa 520 10th.
Nice. I am smoking a cigar I did not pay for, but I won.
Oh.
And hint, wink, wink, nod, nod. I'm smoking the Pistani San Andreas. So
see, I want to try that. That was on a lot of lists.
Yeah. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate this. And the first third is really good. I can understand where it ended up on some people's lists. TX is smoking the Jose Gaspar 2026 by JC Newman. Very nice. Very nice. So let's see.
Drinking Smoke Wagon, some kind of, I don't know if it's a barrel pick or a Binny or a Meyer pick.
Oh, okay. I'm doing a in my chilled tumbler. I'm doing it's Dragon's Milk Bourbon small batch. It is really good. I picked it up on a whim at the local liquor store, and I'm really enjoying it. It's really a great cigar. So, David Casey, he started with the Candela wrapper. I can't remember how to pronounce this company's name.
Apostate.
Thank you. Feathered Serpent. Now working on a blonde bombshell. Are you smoking a blonde bombshell? Or are you working on a blonde bombshell? And Wayne is doing the Mi Querida Pequeño. Oh, nice. There's Big Al. What's going up, buddy? How you doing?
Welcome, Al.
So yeah. So that's it. But did you watch the Indiana game last night? Did you watch the college football championship?
Yeah.
That was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
It was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, that came right down to the end too.
Yeah. So
still can't believe Indiana came from like a dead program to a undefeated national championship in 2 years. That's crazy.
I know. We could be saying the same thing about the Bears next year. They came back and they're Super Bowl champions. 2027, 2026. So
we'll get them next year.
Absolutely. So yeah, we've got Bo Nix. How wild is that? Breaks his ankle on the second to last play of the game, is out. So you're bringing in your backup, who hasn't started a game in I forget how long. I think it's one of the big stats in the NFL. So it's like Denver's just going, all right, we'll show up, we'll be there.
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the Eagles that did it with a backup like 5 or 6 years ago? It's not easy.
Did they do it? They could have. I don't remember. I don't remember what happened 2 days ago, let alone back then.
And then he started the next year because they found I doubt anyone's going to start over Bo Nix, but
yeah. So yeah, that'll be interesting. It'll be an interesting game on. I think they play Saturday, right? They play Saturday, and then Seattle and
Rams.
Thank you. The Rams play Sunday, I think it is. Oh my God. Nick Foles. There we go. Matt's jumping in. Nick Foles. Right. You're right. Yes, I do remember that now. So, okay. Stand corrected. Both are Sunday. Okay. So, as Big Al is in the room, I want to remind everybody, we have ashtrays. Actually, Al has ashtrays, but these are some pretty cool Chi-Town Cigar Podcast 3D printed ashtrays with a nice little epoxy in there to make these durable. These are great ashtrays. I'm not using it. I'm tempted to use it, but I don't want to use it. But look who showed up.
Teddy.
You're going to have to go back and listen to the first part of the show when we told everybody how much we missed you. But yeah, so if you're interested in getting one of these, message Al Pagan. I'm probably butchering your name too, but deal with it.
How's that lettering done on the side? Is it painted or is it a different
No,
color?
this is all 3D. This is all raised. You can't see it. Can you see it? Yeah, there you can sort of see it's raised.
I'm a little familiar with 3D printing, but I don't know how you mix colors like that.
I don't either. All I know is this is a great ashtray. Message him on Facebook or over on Instagram, Warriors_of_the_leaf. He's over there, and you can put an order in. They're $45. They're highly. I recommend them. After a couple of weeks of doing this, I'm going to start using this as my ashtray. So, and then he also does cigar rest. I didn't show this last week, but this is a cigar rest. So, which is pretty cool.
That is cool.
You can rest your cigar in there. And
can we get a cigar rest with like our little theme guy?
Elwood?
Yeah.
We could commission him, see what he can come up with. Oh, I did say it right. Awesome. It's the only thing I say right on this episode, on this show. Oh boy. So reach out to Al. I know I call him Elwood. I know we probably can't, that's probably copyrighted somewhere, but the little hat, the little divot in his hat would be a perfect spot for that big old face, and the hat would be his perfect spot. But all of a sudden I noticed too, my son and his wife picked up a 3D printer. All of a sudden I saw them sharing something on Facebook. I was like, "Did you guys pick up a 3D printer?" He goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So
I built a 3D printer once, an open source 3D printer from scratch.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you use it?
I made a few things with it. Yeah.
Nice. Val, I think we have a good O-line. I'm actually more interested in the off season of looking for some pass defense. I'm looking for something like that. I think we have a good O-line.
We need some more rush.
Line too. Yeah. I think the draft should be defense focused. But who am I? So, Al's on it.
All right.
Al's on it. So, but I guess we could get to our mission for the day. This should be a fun one. You ready?
Yeah. What's our mission?
Hold on a second. I will tell you. I can. So our mission for the night is, I think it's gonna be fun, but we want to know, did they get it right? The majority of the list are out. I think Developing Palace is probably the only one that doesn't have their list out yet, but everybody else has their list out. The consensus list came out on Monday, yesterday. We are actually part of it. Our list, our top 10 list, was a active part of the consensus list. So, being in the world that we're in, we were just curious if some of these lists got it right and how our list matched up compared to everybody else's list. So, this is a data-driven episode. So, if you don't like data and metrics, this probably isn't the show for you. But if you do, you're going to have fun. This is going to be great.
And we'll talk about a lot of different cigars too.
Yes. And at the same point, we want to hear your questions. Ask us or give us your comments, and I'm going to do my best to keep track of people who throw some good questions out there or comments out there, unlike this. But Lincoln Lunch, yes, but we're going to keep track, and then we're going to do a giveaway at the end of the show. We have another Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust 4-pack to give away. So we'll be giving that away at the end of the show, and we will put that in the mail. And you get something for asking questions, and we're actually going to pay attention to them. So, but yeah, here we go. So Marty, take it away.
All right. So who got it right? Just to review our top 10 list, in case you weren't watching last week.
Shame on you if you weren't.
We had the Dunbarton Solita Red as our number 1. Decenio is number 2. My Father Blue is 3. Caratoba is 4. JFR 20th as 5. Tatuaje 7th Corojo is 6. West Tampa Circle of Life is 7. Perdomo Legacy Maduro is 8. Crown Heads Broadway as 9. And Perdomo Legacy Connecticut as 10.
Yeah.
So I went through and I looked at 8 different lists.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of created a list that had all those in it. And so what I'm showing on the screen now is kind of like a color chart. And
yes,
basically I tried to wherever a cigar was repeated on another list, I tried to make them the same color. So you can kind of see, well, for instance, Cigar Aficionado, they have a 25 cigar list, but only 4 of them were repeated on these other 7 lists, or 8, I guess 8 lists if you include us, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
And then our list, we only had a 10 list, but just 2 of ours weren't repeated on one of these other lists. And I didn't pick those lists kind of assuming that. I didn't take that into account. It just kind of turned out that way.
Yeah, it's interesting. I looked at quite a few of these. I was part of I listened to the live broadcast for the Half Wheel for the consensus list. And it's not on here. We can talk about that later about the consensus list. But there's, again, our stipulation for our list is we bought every one of our cigars. None of our cigars that are on our list or that we reviewed were given to us. There was no freebies last year in 2025. Right now, we don't know if there'll be any freebies in 2026. We're open to it, but we still maintain that we want to try to buy as many of our cigars as possible. But at the same point, I'm pretty impressed with our list in that we only had a 10 count. But out of our top 10 list, 2 of them weren't on there. And I'm surprised the JFR 20th wasn't on anybody else's list. And
yeah.
I really don't know why.
Even on the consensus, it was only on ours. They had 50 lists.
Yeah, I'm really shocked with that. Because I thought it was a great cigar. And
the West Tampa one too. That was only on our list.
Yeah.
But that's not that uncommon. I'm kind of surprised at how uncommon it is. There's so many other cigars that you could have a list where it's all different than anyone else's list.
Yeah. And I think, Cigar Aficionado, okay, they had was it 25? And they only had 4 cigars on other people's lists. Everything else is, which everybody knows Cigar Aficionado's philosophy. So there's nothing shocking in there. But
they probably have the most influence of any list.
Yeah. That's a hell of a compliment there, Fireborn. I like both of them. The JFR 20, I'm prejudiced, I will admit it. Everybody knows that. But at the same point, I thought the My Father Blue was right up there. So there's a that was mentioned during the Half Wheel discussion. And they think part of it is the branding. They think part of it is the branding for that.
It's Puro Nicaragua.
Right.
I guess they could make a Puro Dominican and a Puro Honduras if they wanted to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's I appreciate that, Wayne. I have no, it's not everybody's cup of tea. It's just not everybody's cup of tea. I mean, and it's the thing. Saka being Saka, I mean, okay, so we had the Solita Red as our number one. Chief and Bob had the Dunbarton Fratanga. Bob also had the Sober Mesa Solita Red, right? That was his number 3 cigar. It was Chief's, or it was the Dojo's number. I don't know what that is. Half Wheel had it on there, so the Sober Mesa Solita Red definitely was over there, and Dunbarton definitely did a great job. Steve is doing a great job. There's no doubt about it. He's consistently on the list. I think they said 4 or 5 years in a row he's been on the list. So,
yeah. So these 8 of the list that we talked about, or that I analyzed, were Coop, Cigar Aficionado, Half Wheel, BTCG, Bob the Cigar Guy, Smoking Tobacco, Cigar Dojo, Chief, also of the Bob the Cigar Guy channel, and then Cigar Press. Yes. That's Fred Brewy.
Yeah. Yep.
So I went through, and just out of interest, if you're interested in what their top 30, I don't know if I want to go through and read all these, but if you're interested in what the top 30 look like from Coop, there it is on the screen.
Hey, Sammy, good evening, buddy.
Any surprises on this list?
On Coop's list, no. Let me take that back. I'm surprised number 15, the year the Duque. I mean, I know that was a 24. It was a late 24. I think it came out did it come out in December of 24 or November of 24?
He counts 24 and 25.
Yeah.
Like he goes back 2 years, because if he didn't get it and rest it long enough,
yeah,
and get a chance to review it, he doesn't include it that year, so he waits to the next.
Yeah. So,
you're surprised that it was on there, or that?
I think it was a great cigar. I'm surprised that it made his list. I just didn't think he was. I didn't really hear him say a lot of good things. I didn't hear him say anything bad about it, but I'm surprised it made it as high as number 15. Yeah. So
he had all 3 Perdomo legacies.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Which wasn't surprising, because they made, like a lot of people did, because they made all 3 on the consensus list too.
Yeah. That's we're going to talk about that, Matt. We're going to talk about that. And of course, the Dunbarton whore is mad because he can't get his stuff now. So I think he's specifically talking about frog juice. I think he missed that because he wasn't online in time or something like that, and they were gone in a blink of an eye. So
yeah, there's a lot of them like that.
Yeah, Val, I agree. Again, and this is why we did our list the way we did our list. We want it to be readily available to people. I don't know. I mean, we did 10 this year. We might do 15 next year. I don't know. We'll have to, or this year, we'll have to see. But 10 cigars that we thought, okay, this is still cigars that everybody can get their hands on. This isn't something that, we're pulling out the Dojo Oive and, oh, this is a great cigar. We're going to make it number 2. You can't get it. It's gone. I mean, if somebody has a pack and they want to share one, you can get it, but you can't go out to your local B&M and pick them up. And we didn't want that to be a factor on our list. So that's why you see our list the way you see it. Does anything surprise you on Coop's list?
No, not really. I'm surprised at the variety. There's he had a lot, if you go back to that last slide, he had a lot of stuff. He didn't have he had 30 things, and he had a lot that weren't repeated. on other people's lists.
Yeah.
So he smokes. He gets a wide variety to smoke, and yeah.
What did you think? Go back and look at go back and look at Coops. Are you surprised at number 8?
No, I had that cigar. It is good.
Yeah,
and he likes. He's rated Christoph high before, so
yeah,
he likes their palate fits.
And that's a big nod to Glenn. That's a big nod. I mean, I think that's the only list he appeared on, but that's a good list to appear on.
And that was a 2024 cigar again.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it was on some last year. I don't know.
Yep. Uh-oh. Wayne likes our philosophy with just 10. Okay.
I think Dojo started with just 10. I went back and looked at some of their old lists. When they started, they were just doing 10, and then they increased it to 20.
Yeah. Yeah.
10
yeah,
was a lot of work.
That's a lot of smoking. It's a lot of work, because I think at times you're just throwing stuff out. If you have a list of 30, this is no knock to anybody, but are you just, are you just throwing stuff on there to throw it on there? Or do you really, I could see if all of a sudden you're doing a list of 10 and said, wow, we really want these other 10 cigars on our list. We really think these are great cigars. And so he expanded to 20. But I'm thinking, at 30, it's like, okay, holy cow, And
then you get down to which one do I put at number 23 and 24? Do you even remember how they taste versus each other? Which one you like the best?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know. That's a big list, the biggest one.
Yeah. No, absolutely. All right, what else we got?
All right, next one is Dojo. Dojo also had the Legacy Shaker on its number 1. That one hit a lot of people's. It was close to being in the top 10 on ours too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We had quite a bit of discussion on that. Number 17, I feel bad about. I mean, because you smoked the red pill, Teddy smoked the red pill, and I did not. So that's why. I can't say it's why it didn't make our list, but all 3 of us hadn't smoked it, so we really couldn't consider it on our list. But that's a big, hey, again, it's a big nod to Mo. You made the Dojo's list, and I think that's a pretty diverse list, considering everything. So, but they did a lot of limited edition stuff, which I don't agree with. So,
they had, like, if you go back to the chart again, Dojo is this one. I would say like half of theirs was repeated on the other 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. The Gold Star was a good cigar, Wayne. I agree. Wayne mentioned that. I did have a chance to smoke that one. That was a really good cigar.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that one too.
I'm surprised with them that Solita Red was so far down at number 9. At number 3, Aganorsa the Aniversario. It's a great cigar. If it wasn't a limited, it probably would have made our list. You smoked that. I think Teddy smoked it. You guys both liked it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, but again, it's a limited edition. We didn't want to put that on we don't have those on our list. So the Camacho limited edition 2025, that was on quite a few people's lists.
I just smoked that on Sunday.
What'd you think?
I liked it. Yeah.
And they're number 12, which I'm smoking right now, thanks to Matt Brugger. It's a good cigar. This is a really, really good cigar.
That was on a lot of lists.
Yeah, I'm glad this is regular production. I haven't smoked a lot of Pastani, but I definitely will be smoking a lot more of them going forward.
I moved this so we could see what was 10. I forgot what their 10th was.
It's Cigar 10th anniversary, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
this Aladino 85 Anniversario was also on a lot of other lists, which makes me want to try it because I kind of like Aladino.
Wasn't the 150th anniversary on a lot of lists also?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
I did try that one.
Yeah.
I don't think it would have, I don't know. I forget what I rated it, but it wasn't like a standout to me.
Okay, so Dojo has 4 people that smoke those cigars. And I think they only smoke one. Am I correct in that? Do we know for sure that they each only smoke one, or do they smoke multiple?
I got sneaky with the Dojo because they have that smoke log. So I went and looked at like Sensei's and Jordan's smoke log to see how many times they smoke some of these. And
okay,
at least as far as checking them in, some of them were only one.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's, I mean, I don't know. I will give credit to Half Wheel. They each smoked that cigar 3 times. So if it's on their list, they've smoked it 3 times, and it's achieved a score of 91 or better to even be considered on their list. So that's a big compliment to them. Charlie did make it very clear they buy their own cigars. I'm not sure how the definition of buy works for them. Because for us, buy means coming out of our own pocket. Buy for Half Wheel, I'm not taking anything away from them, but I don't know if that means it comes out of Half Wheel's budget or if it comes out of each of those guys' pockets to.
Well, it comes out of their budget, but they're like a small company. So if they weren't buy those cigars, they would have more money in profit.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually it comes out of their pocket.
Oh.
Charlie has also said, well, go ahead with the comment.
I was just Matt says the Pastani just released the San Andreas and the Corona side. So
yeah, I want to try that.
I think it's Wayne. It's Eric, Jordan, Scott. I don't think it might be Chad.
I think it's Chad.
Is it? Okay.
Or
that's why the Aganorsa is up there number 3 with Chad.
Yeah. Charlie has said to people, I've heard secondhand anyway, that he said he doesn't smoke cigars for enjoyment anymore. Like every time he smokes a cigar, there's like he's smoking it for a review or a rating for his list.
I believe it because
would take the enjoyment out of it a lot.
Yeah, he made a comment yesterday on the broadcast that he doesn't even go to cigar lounge. He doesn't like to go to cigar lounges. He goes, it's just not my thing. I'm not taking anything away, but yeah, because I'm sure looking at a cigar is work. When you're running that company and you're doing as much as you're doing, that it's like going to work every day. So why do I want to? If I have time off, why do I want to go sit in a cigar lounge? I would enjoy it, but I can understand it, So yeah.
Yeah, that's not fun. No. I got to have some just time to relax without taking notes.
Absolutely. All right.
Next list. Cigar aficionado.
Yeah, I don't know. I know their list is influential. I know that if you make their list, your sales are going to get a bump for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and anytime you go into a cigar store and says this is a number 1, they're talking about this list usually.
Yeah, I agree with Wayne. Just skip this one. I just think it's unreachable. It's unmaintainable. It's you can't get your hands on some of these cigars. They've got Cubans in there. They've got stuff that just, and at the same point, we know they're not buying these cigars. You've got a team of people that are smoking these things. So, just because, 4 guys or 3 guys, I don't even know how many people are on their panel, all of a sudden rate a cigar as a 94. Okay, now it's in contention to be for their list, but those same 4 guys could smoke another cigar and oh no, it's not on there. So
And every time Padron comes out with a new Vitola, it's goes on the list.
Yep.
So they've got cigars that were released 10 years ago or more that show up on their list because they get a different Vitola.
Yeah. Val, explain your comment if you can. I'm just curious. I'm not saying you're wrong. That's a genuine. If that's how you felt, that's how you felt. I'm just curious as to why you felt. And then Wayne, I agree. Yeah, I agree 100%.
Christoph Viente was good. I haven't had the Fratello Arlequin, but
no, I've had
liking it kind of makes me want to try it because I've taken recommendations from him before, and he's got a palate that I agree with.
Yeah,
usually.
Yep. Yeah, I don't see anything on this list it's even worth talking about. I don't see, the Ferro Tego Timeless Supreme. Yeah, give Michael Herklot the prop. He made it. I
didn't smoke that much Ferro Tego this year. I need to try more Ferro Tego.
Neither did I. But it's, I'm not knocking Michael Herklot, but he's got connections into Davidoff, and so I just almost wonder at times if that's a nod to him from CA. So I'm not saying the cigar's not good. I'm just, I didn't see it on anybody else's list. If you go back and look, I don't think it made it anybody else's list. So
Gillis Family Saunter is one thing I want to try.
Yeah.
I've had the Absolutos.
Okay.
Which I really like. The Gillis Family Absolutos I really liked. I kind of want to try the Saunter. All right.
Wayne is right. Wayne, the Elegancia is a great cigar. Absolutely.
I do like the Elegancia.
Yeah. I've had that. And Michael's a great guy. I had a chance to talk to him, and a great guy. I'd love to have him on the show one day. I'm not taking anything away from him. I just don't know about this list. So I don't have a good feeling about this list. So
I think it gets an oversized weight in the industry.
Yeah.
I guess I understand why, but
yeah,
if you look at it compared to everything else,
yeah,
like it's way different than these other 8 influencers.
And if you look at it, compare it side by side with Half Wheel, the same size list, Half Wheel's got a lot more on other people's lists than Cigar Aficionado does. So I don't put a lot of creed in it. Yeah. So
all right, next one. Half Wheel.
Here we go. We go.
Theirs was pretty different too. Like these two Padron, a Hammer, and what is it? Hammer and
the Natural and the Maduro.
Maduro and Natural as 1 and 3. I don't think I've ever seen those cigars anywhere.
I haven't. When I saw it on the list, I was like, I don't know if I even. It's like, okay, the Bastani, San Andreas, obviously heard it, smoked it. Matt, great. I owe you for including this in the pack. So I have no problem with that being there. Angel Cuesta, I smoked that. That's a good cigar. Teddy loves the Atabays. Absolutely, he is an Atabay nut. There's a Padermo Legacy Connecticut Epicure. So,
yep.
It's the 601 La Bamba Warhead Independence Day. I have that thanks to Matt, so I will be smoking that.
I have another one of those left too. I smoked that and reviewed it on the website, and I've got more.
Yeah, the number 11, the West Tampa Devil Crab is a great cigar.
Yeah,
I don't think you smoked that. Teddy didn't smoke it,
right?
So that's why it wasn't considered on our list. But that was a great cigar to the point where Rick Rodriguez is changing his packaging because it came in 50 counts and was it 50 and 5 or something like that? And now he's going to put him into 10 and 20 count boxes.
Regular size box,
yeah.
Instead of like a 50 count 50 count is like made for a cigar shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that tells you, and I don't think that was on anybody else's list. I didn't see that on anybody else's list. So that was a great cigar. The Sobremesa Solita Red, the El Pulpo Guid. What else? There's the year of the Duque again. Yep. So both him and Coop had it on their list. The Mirafell. What was number 20? I can't see that.
I can't see it there because the little slide thing is over the top.
The Umbagog Bronzeback Robusto. That was on quite a few lists. The Liga Privada Unico series. I think that was on a couple of lists. So I don't have a problem with Half Wheels, and I give them a little bit of credit. I think I like their makeup and their requirements and what it takes to make their list. So if all these are scoring a 91 or better, then that's fine with me. And I know they're very, down to earth with buying their cigars and not taking. I think Charlie said something about sending them stuff that they won't review stuff if you send it to them. So. Yeah.
All right, next one.
And Dream is an exclusive and limited. So there you go.
Oh, that's right. They said it was exclusive.
Yeah.
That's why you don't see it anywhere. It must have been really good.
Val, you are 100% right. You are, and this is the thing that I found with reviewing cigars in 2025 was I did a couple of things. Number one, I tried to make it the first cigar I smoked of the day or the second one. I didn't want to blow my palate out and I didn't know, but at the same point, it was work. It was okay. I'm sitting down and I'm going to think about this cigar for, 90 minutes or more. And that's all I'm doing. You can have the TV on or music and listen to it, but you just had to keep thinking about what did I just get there? Am I at the transition stage? How did it transition? How's it burning? I need to look at the burn. How's the burn? Oh, the burn. Okay. So, it's a lot of work and you do take the enjoyment out of it.
There's certain parts of it, like you can fill out beforehand, like the packaging, like you could do that before you even started. So you can at least focus on like the flavors and, the other pieces of it.
Yeah.
If you do that, it makes it a little easier, but you're sitting there not smoking for an hour before you start.
I gotta say, this cigar is just blowing me away. It really, truly is. The burn line is ridiculous. This cigar is just,
Yeah, I want to try that one.
Basani, I'm sorry we didn't consider this for our 2025 list. It probably would have made it.
Send us some samples next time.
That's right. Clip. We'll share this with everybody, but if you hear that, there's something now with our ability to make shorts that if we use that word, AI will then block that section and we can make it a short later on down the road.
It kind of automatically creates a short for us, so we don't have to.
So if you hear us say that, just realize that that's what we're doing. So
clip it.
Go ahead.
All right. Next list, Chiefs.
So let's clarify something with Chief and with Bob's. Theirs is not based solely on 2024/2025 releases. This is the cigars that they've smoked in that year. So they had to have smoked it in 2025, but that fell into we really enjoyed this cigar and it's making our list. So you could have, it's not on his list, but it's on Bob's list. You can smoke an older cigar and go, I smoked this cigar and it's still one of my top 20 or 25 cigars that I smoked this year. So it's got to be released in 2024, 2025. I smoked it in 2025, and it is such a good cigar. It's making my list again. So I like that cigar, Wayne, a lot. I really did.
That was Teddy one I thought you would like, Wayne, because when I smoked it, it reminded me of the green tea.
Yeah. Teddy hated it. Teddy absolutely hated it. That's why it didn't make our list. Marty and I really liked it, and Teddy gave it an absolute thumbs down. So yes, the Aledo is a good cigar. So
Aledo, you know what I think hurt Aledo? I think Orthodox hurt Aledo. Because Aledo was not Orthodox, and I was just loved Orthodox. Like, it was my number one last year.
Yeah.
And I was so hopeful that it would be, I didn't want it to be the same, but I wanted it to be knocked out of the park like I was with Orthodox. And I just wasn't. I mean, it was good. I got a box of it.
I think a couple things. I mean, Black Label Trading had some fantastic cigars released in 2025. And you're absolutely right. It could be. They were one of the standout companies in 2024, and I think people had the wrong expectations going into 2025. It's you produce great. There were great cigars produced by Black Label in 2025, and people, I think, were waiting for something else. That it's like, and that's why it didn't make people's lists. It didn't. I mean, it didn't make consensus lists. It didn't make. I don't think it did make Half Wheels list at all. I don't think it made.
I don't think so.
Yeah, and I know it was one of the questions is going, hey, last year you guys gave this as one of your standout companies, and in 2025, it didn't. What happened? And I think you're right. I think Orthodox sort of.
There's like some psychology there, that I don't think you can get away from.
No, exactly.
Man, when they came in and did the thing at, the event at
Ultimate.
Yeah, at Ultimate. I got to try a bunch of different cigars from them from there.
Mm-hmm.
And they were really good. I liked, like the Tigersaurus and all the crazy wrapper cigars. They were awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I think some psychological, like you said, something behind it. I'm impressed with Chief. Chief has expanded his palette. I think a couple years ago you would have looked and not seen Black Label on there. You wouldn't have seen Tatuaje on there. So I think there's some growing there, which we all do. You can't. But I'm surprised that so the Fratanga makes his list, but the Solita Red did not.
Right?
Yeah, I didn't see this, and I'm surprised. I'm really that's a shocker for me with his list. So I was gonna say something similar to that, Sammy, but I'm afraid that he would hear that and start giving me a hard time. Chief is Stephen Finley. He has a show on Thursday nights with his dad.
It's Bob's son, right?
It's Bob's son, Bob the Cigar Guy's son. Yeah. So it's the show very, very similar to ours. They have a much bigger audience, but just a down to earth guy, a guy that I definitely look forward to one day sitting down and smoking a few cigars with him and Bob and just taking back as much as I want to smoke a cigar with this guy. I somehow got to figure out a way. If we can get to a barn smoker, I'll get my hair cut.
Yeah.
And I won't cut my hair for a month so I can go have Sammy shave it all down. Just shave it all down, Sammy.
Are you allowed to smoke a cigar while Sammy shaves or gives you that'd be hard for a shave, but
yeah.
While you're getting a haircut, can you smoke a cigar? Or is that rude?
I don't know.
It might be rude.
It could be rude. Blowing smoke in somebody's faces or cutting your hair, that might be rude. So
how much do you think?
There you go. He says absolutely.
Absolutely. All right. That would be a new experience. How much do you think when you're creating one of these lists, like we had two Perdomo cigars on our list.
Mm-hmm.
And that was because we kind of we ranked. The way we did is we ranked them and we got a number of points, and we combined all three, who had the fewest number of points. So number one, you got 1 point. So whichever cigar had the fewest number of points was number one.
Yep.
If we didn't do it that way, would there be some psychological thing that said, well, we already got one Perdomo on here, we'll just put another brand on there?
Absolutely. 100%. And I think that's the thing too. If you go back and somebody had all three on their list, right? Didn't somebody have all three of them on their list?
Yeah.
Who? If psychologically for me, it would have been like, we're already recognizing that line once. We don't need to recognize it 2 more times.
When we saw that it happened, I know we said it out loud, like, oh, we got 2 Perdomos.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm glad. I love the way we did it, because it takes that aspect out where you're like, oh, well, do we really want to have 2 of them in there? I think that's great. It's the same way with a lot of these, because you see some companies that doubled up. Chief doesn't have it. Bob has the Fratanga and the Solita Red on there. So it's the same point going, oh, we already have 2 Dunbartons on there. Do we want to have, should we just have one? So, yeah. Yes, Wayne, when he comes to Chicago, we're going to definitely figure out a way to get with him. So, yeah, David, you're absolutely right. I think they had a great year in 2025. 2024 was great. I think 2025 was even better. But for whatever reason, people didn't agree. So,
all right, should we go to the next list?
Let's stop right here. Let's do a couple. We're 52 minutes in, so let's do some commercials, and then we'll come back and we will continue on with some of these other lists that we have.
Step into luxury at Ultimate Cigar Lounge, where passion meets perfection. Discover a world of premium cigars, hand-selected from the finest tobacco regions. From bold beginners to seasoned aficionados, our curated collection delights every palate. Grab a cigar from our amazing selection, pair it with freshly brewed coffee or fine spirits, and sit back and relax in an atmosphere of elegance and warmth. Ultimate Cigar Lounge, your haven for unforgettable moments. Visit us today and ignite your senses. Ultimate Cigar Lounge, located in Villa Park, Illinois. Open day. Looking for the ultimate eyewear experience in Chicagoland? Discover Eyewear Fix, your premier eyewear store for over 28 years. From sunglasses to sports glasses to safety gear, we've got it all at every price point. Bring your prescription, and we'll handle the rest. Our appointment-only office offers a private, concierge-style experience tailored to your busy schedule. Call or text Chris at 630-853-4167 to book your visit and see why Eyewear Fix surpasses expectations. Eyewear Fix, where style meets precision. Get your fix today.
Hey, just want to remind you, if you haven't had a chance to hit the like button on YouTube, please hit the like button, subscribe, get notified when we're going live. 2026 is going to be a year we're going to be doing a lot more video reviews and some other little pop-up videos, so you'll get notified when we do those, when they're posted. Share it to your timeline, share it with a friend. We could use the analytics. There's some rumblings, I said it last week, with Facebook that they're cracking down a little bit more on cigar content. So we want to keep this going as best we can. So hit that subscribe and like button and share it with a friend. All right, Marty.
There was also talk on the Consensus show about, how long will YouTube continue to allow cigar podcasters, and what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike and I chatted about it too. And my point was, I think all you guys that are watching the show are kind of cigar nerds. I say that in a good way. And I would like to think that I know for me, if like all the stuff that I watch on YouTube, cigar stuff that I watch on YouTube wasn't on YouTube anymore, I would just go to Rumble and watch it.
Yeah.
That wouldn't stop me.
Yeah.
Like Rumble's not going to ban it.
No. And yeah, I mean, I think real briefly we'll talk. Yeah, because Charlie mentioned it. There's a thing that they're kicking around called an age gate, and what would happen would be if you wanted to log in to watch our show, if you wanted to get onto YouTube to watch our show, you would have to log into your account and verify you were over the age of 21.
Which I do already anyway.
Yeah. So, but no, please stick around. I just made a big investment today into my sound and into everything. So it came out of my pocket. The Fun Size One and I did not have an agreement on this, but no, we need people to stick around. I'm going to be starting a GoFundMe page to pay for this stuff. But it just goes to show you, if you buy cheap shit, it'll eventually bite you in the butt. And so I bought some cheap shit when we started this podcast, not knowing where it was going to go, and it's going. And so I had to make a bigger investment. The page, our group doesn't have that kind of money, so I pulled it out of my pocket, and so yeah, so stick around. So, Sammy, that's the big question, and there's not right now.
I think X and Rumble. I don't see those platforms, if they continue to be owned by who they're owned by, as cracking down like YouTube.
Yeah, we do broadcast to Rumble, you know, and Rumble's a little bit, not difficult, it's not the right word, but it's just a little bit more cumbersome.
StreamYard could do a better job of integrating Rumble, I think.
Yeah. But I mean, it's we're broadcasting live on Rumble now. Hello, Rumble. But yeah, if YouTube goes away, I would see that would be the avenue. But there's also some other thoughts that are out there, and you know, who knows what will happen in the next couple of years. So yeah, I know, Matt, but this investment and upgrade. Yeah. I almost was living in Marty's. I was almost living in Marty's cigar room. The cedar room was almost going to have a permanent habitat.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Rumble is free. It's absolutely free. Yes, it's free. It's easy to log into. It's a more open-minded venue. I'm not knocking YouTube
there's
at
Rumble
all.
apps, you know, on Android and Mac iOS, I guess, or whatever they call it. There's also, like, I watch a lot of my Fire TV, and there's an app for Rumble on there too.
Yeah. So if you're not, check us out on Rumble, subscribe and like over there as well. We can use multiple venues, but yeah, so we do broadcast live over there for people. We had a couple people from Rumble say hello to us one day. That's always nice. But okay, carrying on.
Next list. All right, we did Chief.
Yep.
Next one is Bob.
Yeah. So yeah, so like Chief, I said they've smoked this cigar in 2025, and it rated as one of their. Nobody wants to see that.
Nobody wants to see that, Wayne.
Nobody wants to see that. But BTCG, or Bob the Cigar Guy, smoked the cigar in 2025, and it made his list as being one of his favorite smokes. So you'll see the Sobremesa Wagashi. Used to be a dojo exclusive, and then Saka rolled it out as being a new line for him. So that's number 17. The Leather Rose is number 20. The Guardian of the Farm Night Watch is number 21. So those cigars are definitely not 2024 or 2025-esque. I guess some reason Wagashi, I guess, is 2024, but that was way before.
Wagashi came out to broad release last year.
Yeah.
Like
last
January. Yeah.
But it made, I want to say, oh no, it was Black Star line. What was the Black Star line? The Japanese Warrior. No, the Japanese Warrior.
Oh, Yasuki.
Yasuki made his list last year. But yeah. So
he's got a black label on here too, the Super Deluxe.
Yeah. Do you guys coordinate what you will smoke for your live shows? No, we do not. We absolutely do not. We will on some occasions, based on if we're having a guest on there or something like that. But no, we do not normally coordinate what we're smoking. I absolutely agree, Wayne. The Blue-Eyed Jack, which is we're on his list. I thought it was on his. There it is, number 24. The Blue-Eyed Jack's Revenge. I smoked that. I absolutely love that cigar. Mm-hmm. That was a great cigar.
They have a Maduro version now too.
Yeah. You got those? That's surprising. Wayne got Wagashis.
How many do you have left, Wayne? That's the question.
Fireborn, you're absolutely right. That's what I mean. Again, I understand some lists want to have the limited editions on there. I just don't think they're practical. You're putting a list out, and we put our list out. Correct me if I'm wrong, Marty, but we put our list out for you guys. Here's what we smoked. Here's what we enjoyed. Go out and get them. If you like what we smoked, if you identify with our palate, then you're gonna go, okay, hey, I'm gonna try to go smoking some of those if I haven't smoked them. If you're gonna put a limited edition out there that I can't smoke, that's great, but I can't smoke it. So what do I care? You ranked it number 4, so.
Some people put limited editions, but don't do like exclusive store releases. Right.
So, wow, he's down to 2 boxes. So
I could see that those go fast when I get them. There's the Postani San Andreas on this one again.
Yeah. If Teddy was here, he would, because he smoked the Emissary, the number 19, and he absolutely loved that cigar, didn't he not? The Macanudo?
I smoked it.
You smoked it.
He smoked the Emissary España, I think.
Oh, okay.
Which I liked. I actually like that one better than the France because I smoked the France like last week.
Yeah.
And it was okay.
Yeah. Matt, I owe you. This is really a freaking good cigar. I'll say it again. I will say this San Andreas is really a good cigar. So Wayne did not like the France. I'm not surprised that Leather Rose on his list whatsoever. That's not surprising at all.
He likes infused.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely does.
All right, next one.
Yeah.
Cigar Press. So this is Fred Rui.
Yeah. And Fred, obviously Illusione. That's not surprising that Illusione made number 1 on his list.
That's interesting.
I'm not surprised with much on his list, I don't think. I'm just taking a look here. I looked at this before. The Caratoba, I'm surprised it's down as far as it is at number 14. The number 13, the Crown Heads, was on our list as well as on his list. So,
Del Cielo was on his list.
Yeah.
He had the Grimalkin on his list, which I liked.
Did he really? I didn't see he had the Grimalkin on there.
8.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. The Chef Special's on there. And see, that's the Puro. And it's from a lack of branding, I think. He's got the Legacy shade on there. I think he only has that on there once. He doesn't have it anywhere else that I could see. And then the Alma de Cielo is on there, which I agree with at number 9. I think that's a good spot for it.
And the last one that Mike and I can't see because the little slide switcher icon is over the top of it.
That's the knuckle sandwich. That's the knuckle sandwich, yeah. Oh, did I do that? Sorry.
Did you do what?
I think
did you?
Sorry. Yes, Wayne, it was very good. It was very good. I have one more to smoke, and I'm going to enjoy it. So I think what Fred's doing with Cigar Press is great. I think he's bringing that along. I think it's getting a lot of good information out there, and I like his style. He's very laid back and doesn't think too highly of himself. So I think
his interviews are very good. He's a good interview. I enjoy watching his show.
Yeah, he's so laid back. So he's very laid back, and he just doesn't take himself seriously, which I like. You know, some interviewers will think, "Hey, I'm it, and I'm going to be the center of the show," and you sort of lose the guest in the background. Versus he's just the opposite. It's sort of like he'll make fun of himself and let the guest take center stage, which I like. So
he wasn't afraid to make crazy pictures.
Yeah.
In his contest with Lauren.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Al, you're absolutely right. It's a great cigar. I have no problem with it being at number one. I mean, it's just funny because he worked for Illusione, so that's the only reason that I was picking it out. But yeah, it's a great cigar.
I had bought 2 or 3 different boxes of Illusione Epernay, the De Asta, the 10-year De Asta, and I really liked them. Then the last box I bought, it's got different branding on it, and it tastes different. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I did that with another box. I won't mention the company, but I smoked the box. It was great. I loved every one of those cigars. I bought a second box, and I think I probably have 3/4 of the box still sitting in my humidor. I just was like, these just aren't as good. It was weird. I'm just like, the flavor notes are different. I just was like, what happened here? So, yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
All right.
Next one is Smoking Tobacco. Matthew Tobacco. It's got a show called Smoking Tobacco.
He was very active yesterday on the consensus list.
He was making
because and if you guys don't check Half Wheel on a regular basis, I would recommend doing it, because there's 2 things that Charlie said that struck me. He said quite a few, but this year, he's considering allowing cigar influencers into the consensus list. And Matt,
I think what he means by that are people on TikTok and Instagram.
Yes.
So if you're not an influencer unless you're on TikTok or Instagram.
Right. And because they have 60,000 subscribers, he's like, well, they must be pretty good. And Matt made a comment, and I tend to agree with them. Just because you have followers doesn't mean that they're smoking cigars, and doesn't translate into buying cigars. There are influencers. We all know this. You know, you or I could be an influencer, and we're not going to get 60,000 subscribers because we don't look a certain way. But put a girl in a short dress and heels smoking a cigar, and all of us guys are going to go, oh, I'm going to follow her because I just want to watch her smoke a cigar. Wayne, I'm calling you out. But that doesn't mean they're going to go out and buy cigars. It doesn't mean, oh, hey, she's smoking a Illusione Epernay. I'm going to go buy that cigar. They're not telling you squat. They're not telling you the flavor notes. They're not telling you how it's smoking. They're basically smoking a cigar, taking 2 or 3 pictures, making a nice picture of the cigar, and disappearing. And you don't even know if they finished that cigar. You know, there's a couple of influencers. I was on a podcast with an influencer who was a brand owner, and basically pitched to the brand owner, if you send me your cigars, I will guarantee you that I will have them on my TikTok every day for a month. And I'm like, I guess every week. But I'm like going, okay, but that's I would be surprised if brands went in that direction. Because I would like to see the return on investment for that. Because I don't think you're gonna see it. I don't think TikTokers for cigars are that influential. I think it's just a passing fad. Correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody tell me that I'm crazy. And I'll be happy.
We had Dreamer Cigars on here. He's huge on TikTok, is he not?
Yeah, and I don't think he's an influencer. I think that's his brand. I think that's how he gets the word out. Tim Swanson from Daily Cigar, basically Cigars Daily is on there, but he's doing it to build his company and to get exposure. Okay, great. But you can have 40,000 listeners or 40,000 subscribers and have 300 of them show up on a show. Okay, great. I've got three. Okay. They're good. You got 300. That's great. But you have 40,000. So where are the rest of them at? Somebody clicks like and subscribe and whatever. So I'm not so sure. I think it might devalue. It's not the consensus list isn't the ultimate, but I think you might devalue it if all of a sudden you start putting influencers on there. And even if you took 10 of them and said, okay, I'm going to take you 10 and you give me your list and I'll condense those into one list and make that one list part of the consensus list. I don't know if it's really.
He says the consensus list doesn't mean anything other than how cigar companies relate to cigar media.
Right.
Or interact with cigar media, which I kind of, after listening to his explanation, and last year I wouldn't have said I agree, but after stepping into kind of a cigar media atmosphere, I kind of agree. I can see, and he did a really good analysis of the cigars unbanded guys.
Yes.
And how they smoke the same cigars every week, unbanded, and then how it really influenced. I think almost each one of them has their own list that made the consensus.
Yep.
Cigar Hound Dog, who got eliminated from the list because he's somehow working for Avowed.
Yes.
But because they may have smoked a cigar that no one else smoked, but they all smoked it and thought it was good.
Yeah.
It made the list.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Avowed, Chamali. There was a couple of them that he said,
AG.
AG. Yeah. So it's, it definitely can influence it. He had some real good explanations on stuff. He will not come on podcast, so I'm not even going to try to attempt to get him onto a podcast because I'd like to pick his brain on some stuff. But it definitely was enlightening. But when he said TikTok, when he said influencers, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the last thing the cigar industry needs is to, none of the people listening here are influencers, but the last thing we need to do is get them to have a say so in our lifestyle. It's Cigar Snob does enough for us with bringing the beautiful women on that are smoking cigars, and you'll see them just lit a cigar and they've got it in their mouth in some weird manner, and you're like, you don't really even smoke that cigar. You had that cigar in your hand or in your mouth because that's what the photographer wants, but you don't smoke that cigar. Don't try to lie to me. So
I wanted to put Wayne's
yeah.
Can't figure out who Victor.
You gotta love autocorrect.
I don't know who's Victor, Wayne. Oh, Victor TikTok.
I want to know how your autocorrect went from Victor to from TikTok to Victor. I think you are wrong. Okay, James, tell me why. Jams, I'm sorry.
Welcome to the show. I don't think I've ever seen you on the show.
But I'm just curious as to why. If somebody can tell me If a brand can tell me, hey, this influencer, we gave them X number of cigars and they ran us for 6 months and we saw a significant increase, but a brand can go do a cut and light or a and they're going to see a bump in their sales because 30 guys showed up at a cut and light and all bought a box or bought 2 boxes. So anything surprising on smoking tobacco? I'm sorry, we got a filter here, but
no, like a lot of his cigars we kind of shared, I think. I mean, he's got
La Aurora was all over a list this year.
Yeah,
I saw
I smoked it. I liked it.
Yeah,
I think I gave you one.
Mm-hmm. You did.
But I heard some people say, I forget who said this, but they were like, "This tastes like a cigar that they blended by a focus group."
Yeah,
and they didn't like it because of that, but a lot of people liked it.
So I get it. You're watching, you watch TikTok and Instagram and YouTube, but $50 to $100 for a cigar brand is nothing. It's a drop in the bucket. But from a cigar industry standpoint, does it make sense? Does it make sense to use those people? Because Terrence Riley, we'll use Steve Saka. Steve Saka probably is a bigger influencer than anybody else. If Steve Saka shows up on freaking Facebook and makes a comment, everybody's listening to it. Everybody's
he's a big influencer with cigar nerds, but if you had like an influencer with 100,000 people, and even if only 1% sees that, and maybe they smoke one cigar a month or something, that I can see how that would affect, that gets new people maybe that don't try that much, that could affect their sales.
So I don't know if you can see this or not. This little cigar lighter. Steve Saka mentioned this on a podcast. I can't think of what podcast it was, but mentioned that this is the lighter he uses. So, dumbass, put it on my Christmas list, and the fun size one got me this for my Christmas gift. Steve Saka mentioned it. It wasn't an influencer. Steve Saka mentioned it. And hey, if this is the lighter he uses and has in his pocket at all times to light his cigars, okay. If Steve Saka can use it, then I'm going to use it because it must be.
He says all lighters end up being throwaway because they only last a few years anyway.
Yep. So, so that's where I look at it going. I will listen to somebody in the cigar industry more than I'll listen to a TikToker. Because they're not saying it.
You're a cigar nerd, though.
What's that?
You're a cigar nerd, though.
Yeah.
You consume a lot of cigar content.
Yeah.
Whereas if you've got 500,000 followers that maybe have 2 cigars a year, or maybe a little more.
Wayne, it's great. And I don't know if you saw I posted this on Facebook. When you buy this sucker, it comes as an industrial torch for welding. There's a little button on the side here that you can leave this thing on at all times. It's considered good enough for welding. So
weld the cigar to your face.
But it's a single jet. It's a single jet, so I like it. So yeah. So it works well. Influencers, big old milkshake. What's going on, buddy? Influencers just reach a broader range. Yeah, absolutely.
That's kind of my point.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that. I just want to know what the return on investment is. If a brand, according to Jams, if a brand is sending out $50 to $100 of cigars to that influencer, how do they measure if it's worth it or not? I mean, and you're coming from guys. This is coming from guys who reached out to brands to sponsor us this year. Okay. We had to give metrics, we had to give data, we had to explain what we were all about and what our mission was. And we got one brand that came alongside of us and is sponsoring us. Thanks to Aganorsa. We are validated by Aganorsa. They are great people. But it wasn't like brands were saying, "Oh yeah, hey, I'll give you $1,000." We're on every week for an hour and a half to 2 hours, thanks to last week. And it wasn't like brands were saying, "Oh yeah, I'll give you $1,000. Here you go." And we're reaching cigar nerds. No offense, but that's what this is all about. We're going to talk about your cigar. We're going to tell you how the cigar smokes. We're going to review it. We're going to review your cigars, 8 times a year. That's all cash money. Hey, okay. If I can tell Wayne to go out and buy a Pastani San Andreas, great cigar. Pastani, you need to sponsor us next year. Then, okay, hey, maybe they'll do it. But
if I owned a cigar company and I wanted to know how well that worked, the way I would do it is I would send packs to the biggest cigar influencers who would agree to smoke them and talk about them, and wait 6 months and see if you get any kind of 6 months to 2 years and see if you get a rise from it.
And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying is that if influencers are doing it, they need to talk about the cigar. I don't want to see some girl having a cigar in her mouth and it's a 15-second TikTok and she's walking in a skirt and heels. And this person doesn't tell me anything about the cigar. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying influencers are bad, but they don't talk about the cigar. They take a picture, or they take a video, 15, 20 seconds, them smoking a cigar, and that's it.
Not who they're reaching out to.
Yeah.
Because that's a different thing.
Yeah. So Jams is saying people like Maz, Cigar Guys, Tim Swanson are using the platforms to encourage younger people over the age of 21 individuals into getting into cigars in a variety of them. Absolutely. I 100% agree. That is the best thing possible. And I think those people, if they're being considered as influencers, are the people to go after. They should have a voice on the consensus list. But if you're talking about influencers that
you're just talking about bikini cigars, who don't talk about that's a whole different thing.
It could be one and the same. If they're talking about cigars, the
keyword is a picture of them, and you don't know what they have in their mouth, and
there we got.
That
Mark
didn't come out right.
Explicit. Mark the show is explicit.
Flip it.
Clip it. Yeah. No. If my whole thing is, I have no problem with the influencers if they're talking about the cigar. If you're taking a picture in a bikini on the beach, I don't care about it.
Right.
So, yes, that's the person I was talking about, Wayne. Yes.
She reviews cigars.
Yes. Absolutely. Give her a platform. I have no problem putting her on and letting her give me your top 10 cigars for the year. Absolutely.
Lisa Cisco Kid also talks about cigars.
Yeah.
She takes a lot of bikini shots too.
Yeah. So.
All right. Next,
we deviated. One. Sorry. Yeah.
So this is a consensus list.
Yes. I've never smoked the Avowed. I'm very interested in smoking it. I want to seek that one out. I'm curious because it ranked as high as it did. And there's some influence, as well as number 5, the AG. And this is what we're talking about. These two cigars, 4 and 5, were sort of pushed in there based on.
That one's hard to get.
Yeah.
Like I went and looked just to see if you could buy it.
Okay. Number 8, I agree with wholeheartedly. It probably should have made it a little bit higher. The Almo de Cielo. Did that make our list? Is that one of the ones that got booted down?
No.
Yeah.
That's on our list.
Is it okay? I couldn't remember. Davidoff, we couldn't afford those. It's a limited edition. The Legacy's on there. The Cuatro Nicaraguas Concerto's on there. That's, yeah. Knuckle Sandwich, Red Meat Lovers for Tonga. Quite a few ties. So.
Yeah, which is surprising when you've got like a 50 count of list you're comparing. Surprised there's that many ties.
Jams, I have no problem with cigar dudes and boutique cigars. One of my things this year is to smoke more boutique cigars. I think they're great. I think it's a great podcast, and I think you should be. I don't think they fall into the influencer section. I think they're a podcast. Oakland Tobacconists and Creekside are definitely becoming bigger influences. I'm assuming that's what OTG. I mean, I'm assuming you meant Oakland Tobacconists. Eric and his guys over there. I'm part of their monthly program. I get their boutique cigar 5-pack every month. Absolutely, they're big influencers. But again, they're not in the realm, I think, of what Charlie was talking about. I think he's talking about the people that have, Cigar Vixen and those people that have 60, 70, 100,000 subscribers that are on their TikTok page. But I have been trying to reach out to Eric from Oakland Tobacconists to get him on our show because I think what he's doing is absolutely 100% fantastic. Push the boutique cigars. As Mo Mali, who was on our show, said, who's a 100% will admit Patina Cigars is a boutique cigar. The more boutique cigars do, the more it pushes the big brands to do even more. So those podcasts or those individuals, I don't even consider them influencers. I consider them as podcasts or brands or companies that are helping to push boutique cigars. And we saw it. Christoph is a boutique cigar. They made a list. Patina is a boutique cigar. They made the list. Avowed, boutique cigar. They made the consensus list. AG, boutique cigar. They made the consensus list. So I think
there's a boutique.
Lampert, yeah. So I think you're going to see a lot of these boutique cigars, and I think it's great. I am 100% for boutique cigars and getting into the business. Juan Cancel, who we're going to have on our show in a couple of weeks, is on. He's a big supporter of boutique cigars. So I think the more we see boutique cigars nudging their way in, the more we're going to see the big brands going, oh, wait a minute, these guys are doing this. I've got to do something. So Honeybee or whatever has a whole platform with a hot chick. There you go. There you go. So
it worked for him.
Yep. Looking forward to Creekside's list this year, doing them blind. Okay, cool. Yeah. So
I misspoke when I said Almo del Cielo was on our list. It was not. It would have been on if we did a top 20 list.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. That's what I thought because Teddy hated that cigar. Yeah. Or I should say hated it. He didn't like it as much as you and I liked it.
So that's it. And to answer the question of who did it right.
Yes.
I think the answer to who did it right is everybody did it right.
Yeah. Everybody picks the cigars they like. Everybody picked the top 20, 25, 30 for Coop that they liked. We picked the top 10 cigars that we like. Whether that list grows this year or not, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, there's 8 lists on there. If you can't find a list that you identify with, there's 8 more that are out there that you're going to identify with.
There's 50 on the consensus, so go click through the consensus. They have a page that lists who was on it. There's a lot of ones I'd never heard of.
Yeah. I think Avowed should be higher. Honestly, surprised that My Father Blue became #1. Legacy should be higher too. If you're talking about the consensus list, it's just the way the consensus list works. It's how the issue with Avowed is a lot of people don't know about it. So they've got to get the word out. I'll be honest, it was the first time I heard about it was on the consensus list. So it's something I'm going to seek out, but it's part of the thing that the way the consensus list works and the way that they consider X number of lists, that's how it worked out. And that's what Charlie was saying was they really made it because of Cigars Unbanded, because those guys smoke a lot of these cigars. So they made it higher than what he thought maybe they should have. Not that he's saying that they shouldn't have been there, but it was Avowed was on their list, and I don't think we saw it on anybody else's list whatsoever.
There wasn't Avowed on the dojo, but it was a different one, I think.
No, I don't see it.
Maybe I was thinking of another one.
Yeah. So, all right, let's jump over. You got some news we can jump through. Teddy the Greek's not with us, but we can run through some news here.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got news.
Okay, hold on a second here. Here we go. Oh, that's not it. Where am I at?
We need a producer.
We do need a producer.
Three, 2, 1.
And now, CTCP presents This Week in Cigar News with Teddy the Greek.
All right, what we got going tonight?
Sitting in for Teddy the Greek is Mike the Mayor.
Yeah. What do we got? Let's see here. Best cigar employees. Oh yeah, this guy gets arrested. He's arrested for $9,000 worth of theft. Come on. Of product and merchandise. Come on. $9,000. Now, let me tell you this.
List price.
Yeah. In Chicago, in Cook County, it's a slap on the wrist. $10,000 is our limit in Chicago or in Cook County. So he should have done this while he was in Chicago. That would have been a slap on the wrist and don't ever do that again.
600 cigars that he took out using a travel humidor. Like he must have done it like if it was a 10-count travel humidor, he took 60 trips in and out, maybe on different days.
Yeah, I guess so.
Or maybe it was one of those larger ammo can ones.
I guess.
Even then, that's a lot of cigars.
I don't know. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. I can't see $9,000 worth of cigars being worth it, but so be it.
Maybe he can get a job at Dunder Mifflin.
There you go. It's Patino and our buddy Mel. Patino Cigars and Viso Horny are releasing the Leprechaun Dust, a 5x52 Robusto. It's an Ecuadorian Candela. Of course, you need the green in there, right? A lever-grown binder and fillers, Nicaragua. MSRP of $12.50. Limited 200 bundles of 10 cigars. Ships next month ahead of St. Patrick's Day. These are good cigars. When Patina Cigars and Viso Horny do cigars, they sell out fast. You're probably going to have to find some place in the Chicagoland area to get these because that's where they tend to sell these. They don't really make it too far outside the market.
Small batch has them sometimes.
Do they? Yeah. Okay. All right. So
but
yeah.
So you think a Candela is going to sell as well as their last one?
I don't know. Yeah, this is a good partnership. They haven't produced a bad cigar yet, so
they haven't. But Candela is a harder sell than a Lancero, I think.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. But you're only sticking out 200 bundles. we'll have to see. Maybe we get Mo on the show. Maybe we can try to see if we get Mo on the show in early February. See if he'll come on and talk about this.
Maybe he can bring his buddy.
Yes.
That he did this with.
Yeah.
Those two on the same show would be fun, I think.
Could be dangerous. Might have to rate that show. So, all right. I like this one. The Land of the Free. United Cigars partners with Arnold Andre for the Independence Day Firecracker. I think this is some great packaging. Firecrackers are Dave Garofalo's thing. This is the size that I think he sort of initiated, and every year he gets a different company to release a firecracker, which is a 3.5 by 50. It's got the long pigtail, so it looks like a wick. And this one comes in it's a 12 count tin, and you can flip this tin over and use it as an ashtray. So smart packaging. It's a celebration.
America 250 branding, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, a celebration of our 250th anniversary, or a semi-quincentennial or something like that, I think is the name of it.
Sesquicentennial.
Yeah. So MSRP of $9. So we're back in the budget cigar line. So I think this is a good deal. So they're gonna start shipping in June, and head over to Two Guys Cigars and pick them up. So yes, Wayne, absolutely.
On which bundle split of this one or
this one?
Leprechaun dust.
The leprechaun dust. So, all right, what else we got? The United Cigars Bandolero for another firecracker out of Two Guys.
How many firecrackers do they do a year?
They usually only do one, so this is a special one. So another 3.5 by 50, the pigtail fuse. I misread that word. I don't want to say it out loud. Is that what I think it says? It's an Ecuadorian Habano Maduro, Ecuadorian binder, Dominican, Nicaraguan, Peruvian tobacco, aged 2 years in cedar-lined rooms. It's rolled at Tabacos de Costa Rica, and again $9, and it's just 20 count boxes. So
tucked was the word you had trouble with?
Yes, tucked. Yes. I'm a little bit farther away from the computer, and I'm like, I got to make sure I'm seeing that word correctly. And its production is 30,000 cigars. So plenty of firecrackers out there for this year. So, and that's it for the news. I guess, we could talk about the two guys that were shot and killed in Miami. That was they're going to try to collect the debt, and it was shot and killed in the office. It's terrible. I couldn't believe when I read that story. I'm like, holy cow, that is absolutely horrific.
Not far from Smoke Inn.
Not far from Smoke Inn. Yeah, it was Boynton Beach. Yeah. So, and then the guy took off, ran. The police chased him, and he ended it horrifically as well. So, not good. Sorry to see something like that happen. Sorry to see a family and a company upended with something like that. So,
sad news.
Yeah. All right, let's jump over to some history.
The time has come for us to take back our city.
What else are we going to talk about on January 20th in Chicago? Of course, we're going to talk about January 20th, 1985. The coldest day ever in the city of Chicago. Temperatures reached -27 with a wind chill factor of -78 degrees Fahrenheit. I remember this. The bitter cold was part of the severe weather and remains the city's all-time record low temperature. So, yeah, I can remember that day, which is sorry to say.
I don't think wind chill counts when it's that cold because
nobody
goes out with any skin showing.
No. January 20th, 1909, a fire broke out at a water crib construction site in Lake Michigan that supplied drinking water to the city. The blaze killed dozens of workers. Many burned or drowned after jumping into the freezing lake. Always good news. Always good news.
You need to start picking some happy events.
I'm just picking what's out there.
What good things happened?
Here's what good happened.
Okay.
January 20th, 2019. The Chicago Blackhawks enjoyed a very big offensive night. Jonathan Toews scored a hat trick, and Patrick Kane had 5 points in an 8-5 win over the Washington Capitals.
Did you see Toews return to United Center last night?
Yeah.
He got a huge ovation.
Yeah, absolutely. Good guy.
It was very, very classy.
Yeah.
It went on so long he was getting embarrassed.
Yeah. Well, they hate to see him go. So, and then just for you, Marty, January 20th, 1972, the Chicago Cubs traded outfielder Johnny Callison to the New York Yankees in exchange for pitcher Jack Acker, with a player to be named later, a date now part of Cubs transaction lore. I don't know either one of those guys, but
the Cubs are making a big splash in free agency.
Yeah.
Bregman.
The Sox picked up that guy from what was that guy's name? Asian guy. Can't think of his name now offhand. But yeah, so it'll be an interesting baseball season. Lots to talk about then. And then of course, today, did you hear about what happened today at about 2:00 in the morning?
I was asleep.
A lot of people were asleep, but a lot of people got woke up because there was an earthquake in central Illinois.
No.
A 3.5 earthquake. So it was felt as far as St. Louis, as far north as Peoria. So yeah, 3.5 in the old Richter scale. I did not feel it, but I did notice. Somebody in Chicago said they felt it. I'm like, oh, that was the L going by. So
it was your wife was snoring.
Yeah, there you go. So, and let's close this episode out with the Capone cut. So tonight our Capone cut for the night is the My Father Blue. Rated up there as one of the best cigars out there. This is from the legendary Garcia family. This one's a Honduro Puro, wrapped in a silky Connecticut broadleaf rosado, pure My Father craftsmanship, rolled at the El Palacio factory. The stick packs earthly spice right off the light, evolved into a deep cocoa espresso, leather and subtle pepper kick that builds without overwhelming, medium full strength with a creamy balanced body. It's got that Garcia family grit, honor in the roots, with pushing a new Honduran focus era backstory. Screams gangster Don Pepin and Jaime Garcia. Jose, where did I call it Jose? Jaime Garcia blended premium Aganorsa grown leaf for a bold, no nonsense smoke that's both classic and innovative. So I did a little bit of more work on this because I felt like we needed a special pairing for this. So we're calling this the Chi-Town Blue Bomber. It's a Chicago-inspired cocktail pairing the My Father Blue. My Father Blue is a Honduran powerhouse, earthy spice, deep cocoa, espresso, yada, yada, yada. So this one's a twist on a classic Chicago cocktail. It's the old school brandy, Caraco, bitters topped with bubbly gem from the 1800s. So the ingredients for this is 2 ounces of brandy or cognac, half an ounce of orange Caraco or triple sec, 2 to 3 dashes of Aganorsa bitters, 1 to 1.5 ounces of Brut champagne or dry sparkling wine. You can put a little bit of sugar around the rim and garnish with a lemon twist, and you are all set to go.
That sounds like a lot of work.
I know. I'm not a big cocktail. I like cocktails when I go out. I don't want to make them. I literally don't want to make them. My daughter-in-law makes them when she comes over, and I'm very happy.
2 ingredient cocktails I like.
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly. I'll even do 3. But that's it. And the third one being some bitters. So that's about it. So
Wayne says Malert with an old style chaser.
There you go. And the rating for this one is the Deep Dish Deluxe. Rich, complex, top shelf. layers like the Giordano's pie, deep flavors that satisfy the sophisticated palate with every puff for special session. So that is our show. So I guess
Caleb was at the Hawks game last night.
Who was?
Caleb.
Oh, very nice.
He was with, can you guess who he was with?
No, who was he with?
PCA. They were hanging out together.
PCA is in the Cigar Association?
Pete Crow Armstrong.
Nice. All right, let me do the wheel here, and
we got one more comment while you're doing the wheel.
Go right ahead.
He's mentioning how Bob and Chief's numbers were halved.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I think just because they're considered one media outlet. I don't know if that's fair or not, but they only have one website.
Yes. All right. So here's who I have on our list tonight that shared comments. Oh, hold on. And if I'm missing anybody, chime in now. But I've got Wayne, Fireborn, Val, Matt, aka Matt Brugger, Sammy Flo, Jams, Big Ol' Milkshake, David K, and TX Rebel. Did I miss anybody? We had 15. We've got 13 now, and I don't know if I'm missing you. Chime in now if you want to be added to our wheel of giveaways. Or giveaway, singular. Take me off. So Wayne complains about not winning, but now Wayne doesn't want to be on the wheel. So, all right. We should take Fireborn out. Fireborn's had he won the other night too. So.
Does he know what the prize is?
I don't think Wayne. This is for a Dunbarton pack, a 4-pack. You really want to be taken off the wheel for a Dunbarton 4-pack? You always complain you would never win Dunbarton stuff.
Right. So I just leave him on there. He's not going to win.
Yeah. Producer's choice, right? All right. Let me see if I can share this screen here, and we will get this ball rolling and get everybody out of here. Here we go. Can you see it? I got to add it I probably got to add it here. There we go. All right. All right. Let's shuffle 1, 2, 3, and
got a 1 in 9 chance.
Here we go. And the winner is. This is only appropriate. Matt Brugger. Ready to go, Matt. I have your address because I have it on the box still. So I will send that out to you, and you will get that in the next week or so.
Congratulations, man.
Congratulations. Well, everybody, I hope you had fun. We had a good time discussing the list of lists and seeing who did it right. There was some good conversation and just some fun. Remember, lists are made for you to review it, take a look at it, and if you identify with the people or the person who made the list and you have a similar palate, it's worth trying. You might like them, you might not. But Marty, close.
Teddy coming back next week?
Teddy should be here next week. We'll have to see.
That's good.
We'll have to see if he. We'll have to see if he gets freed from the job. So.
And do we have a topic for next week?
Cigars.
It's wide open. You got
I'm actually working on an idea. I've got to see if we can pass it through the copyright platform. So we'll have to see.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah. So, all right.
Till then, thanks for spending almost 2 hours with us again. Enjoyed the conversation. Have a good week. Stay warm. If you're in the cold places, it's supposed to be high of like -3 on Friday here.
Yeah.
But until next week, put some smoke in the air.
Good night.